Hello students, welcome back to the class. So the last classes we have discussed about the Lok Sabha, composition and function of Lok Sabha we have discussed. In this class, in the last classes we have discussed about election, qualifications and oath, okay, regarding the member of Lok Sabha. In this class we have discussed about the tenure, session and quorum, okay, of Lok Sabha members. Already we have discussed that Lok Sabha is a lower house. Okay, the member of Lok Sabhas are directly appointed by the people. According to the Universal Adult Francis, they are appointed by the people directly. Next we'll go forward. Now Lok Sabha, if you are talking, now see the tenure of Lok Sabha is, according to Article 83 of the Constitution says that the tenure of Lok Sabha should be 5 years. Every member who are appointed as a member of Lok Sabha, the term for the member should be 5 years. And what is the duration say? The durations of the members will start on the first day after elections, general election. After election, the durations will start from the first day only. After when the election is completed, the durations will start from the first day. Okay? So that is one point. So from that time onwards, the term started counting. So this is about the term. The total term for the member of Lok Sabha will be normally 5 years. Next, come to the point. According to the Article 85. Okay, so Lok Sabha can be dissolved. We have seen that when we have discussed about Rajya Sabha, the Rajya Sabha cannot be dissolved because the Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Only few members will be retired. If the few members will be retired within 2 years, 1/3 of the members will be retired for every 2 years, but remaining members will continue. Okay, and the Rajya Sabha, all the members will not be retired at the same period of time. But in Lok Sabha, all the members have to dissolve in the same period of time. After completing the expiry of the term 5 years, everybody have to retire. This is one part. Now, according to the Article 85, okay, President has a power. The President can dissolve the Lok Sabha by taking an advice from the Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. President only can dissolve the member of all the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha before the expiry of the term. Suppose if the term is 5 years, if the President wanted to dissolve before the expiry of the term, that depends upon President only. President can dissolve the member of Lok Sabha, or the President can dissolve completely the Lok Sabha. But President can use his service only, President can use his power only after taking an advice from the Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. President cannot act immediately. So President, when he wanted to dissolve the meeting of Lok Sabha, the President wanted to dissolve the member of Lok Sabha. So what President have to do is, he have to take the advice from the Prime Minister as well as Council of Ministers, and then the President can dissolve the meeting members. Next we'll go forward. President can dissolve the members, or sometimes the President on the advice of Prime Minister and Council of Ministers, they can extend the term also. Suppose if emergency will be declared, during that emergency the member of Lok Sabha cannot enjoy their power. In that condition, the President has a right to extend. The President have a right to extend the tenure, and the President have right to extend the term, but President can extend only on the advice of Council of Ministers and Prime Minister. These two advice is very, very important. Even though when the President is extending the term, the maximum term he can able to extend up to the period of only 1 year. For more than 1 year, the President cannot able to expand the term. This is also one point. Okay. So here what we have discussed, that according to the Article 85, if the President wanted, President on the advice of Prime Minister and Council of Minister, the President can dissolve the member of Lok Sabha, or membership of Lok Sabha can be dissolved before the expiry of the term. Or else if the President wanted on the advice of Prime Minister and Council of Minister, the President can extend the term. Okay, and the extension should not be more than 1 year. He can able to extend, and extension should not be more than 1 year. Extend it, why? Because in terms of emergency, imagine that if emergency was declared for 6 months, the member of Lok Sabha cannot enjoy their power, and the term will be very less. Okay, as per the term, they should be at least 5 years. So on the request of Prime Minister and Council of Ministers, the President can expand the term. This is also one point. Now come to the session, meeting. Now meeting, who will determine? Days and times will be determined by only President. When the meeting should be conducted, when the session should be conducted. Okay, what are the sessions should be conducted? So that will be decided by only the President has a right to dissolve. President will decide the sessions. This is one point. Now here one more point is Lok Sabha. Whenever the meetings will be conducted for Lok Sabha, the sessions will be conducted. 2 times the sessions will be conducted for every 1 year normally. So rarely what will happen, the sessions will be conducted 2 times. 2 times the sessions will be conducted for every 1 year. So that is one point. So here what we have studied, days and time for meeting in either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, who will decide? President only will decide the meeting. When the meeting should conduct, when the meeting should start, when the session should start. Everything will be decided by the President of India, and every person have to follow the advice of President of India. Next, normally if you see that whenever the meeting is conducted or session is conducted, if you see the gap should not be more than 6 months. So normally one session is conducted, in between each session the gap should not be more than 6 months, and normally 2 sessions will be conducted. That is the reason, because of that gap. Okay, the gap between one session to another session. Okay, the gap between one session to another session should not be more than 6 months. In 6 months gap should be there in between 2 sessions. This is also one point. Next, normally when we are talking about the sessions, normally we have 3 sessions. Sometime normally we will get 3 sessions. In 1 year 3 sessions will be there. 3 times the meetings will be conducted. So in that point what will happen, the first session, if you see, during the first session the meetings will be conducted, which is called as budget session, and budget session will start from March. In first session the budget session will start from March. Next, the meetings will be conducted. So normally I am discussing that when the meeting will be conducted, our sessions will be conducted for 3 times. Then when these 3 sessions will be conducted. So we have discussed that the first sessions will be conducted, which is budget session. This will be conducted on March. Normally in this session they will introduce different type of budgets. Finance budget or different type of budget will be introduced and implemented in this month, March. Now next session, if you see that this is called as monsoon session. This will be during the period of rainfall. Okay, monsoon session in the sense as soon as when the rainy seasons will start. Okay, and these sessions will be conducted from July and August. This session is called as monsoon session because this session is conducted in the period of monsoon. That's why this is called as monsoon session. Next one is third important sessions will be conducted in winter season, and these sessions will be conducted during the period of November to December. During the period of November and December, the last winter sessions will be conducted. Last session of the particular year, winter session will be conducted in the last year. So that is called as winter session. So here we have discussed about the different type of sessions. So sometime normally the sessions will be conducted 2 times and sometime it will be conducted 3 times. So when the sessions will be conducted 3 times, first session will be budget session. Normally it will be conducted during the period of March. Second sessions will be conducted, which is monsoon session, which will be conducted during the period of rainy season, July and August. And third sessions will be conducted, which is called winter session, that will be conducted during the winter season. Okay. Now quorum. Quorum is nothing but the minimum people which is required to present in the meeting. Normally what will happen, sometime the strength, according to the strength the meeting and the presence of the members will not present according to the strength. Sometime the appearance will be very less, sometime the appearance will be more. So what is the maximum strength, what is the minimum strength which is needed to conduct the meeting, which is called as quorum. Quorum is nothing but the minimum strength which is required to conduct the meeting, that is called as quorum. Now what is the minimum strength which is required? 110 children. The total minimum strength which is required to conduct the meeting is nearly 1/10. 1/10 of the meeting is required to conduct the meeting. Okay, this is one point. And the speakers will determine whether to conduct the meeting. If the meeting is less than 1/10, the speakers will determine whether to conduct or whether to cancel the meeting. That will be under the control of only the presiding officer. So in Lok Sabha, speaker will decide. In Rajya Sabha, vice president will decide. If the strength is less than 1/10, okay, less than 1/10, then the speakers will decide whether to go on meeting, whether to summons the meeting or whether to prorogue the meeting, whether to start the meeting or whether to end the meeting. That will be decided by only speaker. So in this point we have discussed many things. We have discussed about the ending point of Lok Sabha. So normally in the earlier classes we have discussed about elections, qualifications and oath. In these classes mainly we are discussing about tenure, session and quorum. In tenures we have discussed that according to the article 83, the terms of the member of Lok Sabha should be 5 years, and the durations will start after the first day of the general elections. Now according to the article 85, President on the advice of Council of Ministers and Prime Minister, sometime he can dissolve the member of Lok Sabha. Okay, during he can dissolve the member of Lok Sabha on the advice, or sometime the president on the advice of Prime Minister and Council of Ministers, he can extend the membership of Lok Sabha. So if in the gap, if emergency would have declared, then he can able to extend the member. In the normal condition, the president cannot extend the membership. Only if the emergency will be declared, then in that condition the president has a right to increase the tenure terms. Date and sessions, when we are talking, the president only will decide when the sessions and meetings should be conducted. Normally the meeting will be conducted every 2 times, the meeting will be conducted. Sometimes the meetings will be conducted for 3 times, and see the gap should be there, 6 months gap. Normally 6 months gaps will be there for every meeting. So when the meetings are conducted for 3 times, first meeting is called as this is called as budget session. That sessions will be start from March. Second meeting is called as monsoon session, which will be mainly started from July and August, and third session which will be started from winter session, that will be mainly started from November to December. And quorum we have discussed, children. What is the quorum means? What is the minimum strength which is required to conduct the meeting? That is called as quorum. So 1/10 of the strength is compulsorily required, okay, to conduct any type of meeting. And also that depends upon the speaker, whether the speaker will go ahead with the 1/10 strength, the speaker wanted to start the meeting, or the speaker wanted to end the meeting. That completely depends upon the speakers only. So children, in this point we have discussed about the compositions and the functions of Lok Sabha. Okay, tomorrow we will discuss about some new topic. Okay, we will discuss about the functions of Parliament tomorrow. Thank you very much, friends.